Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a very interesting off-brand kind of video. I've had so many people request my skincare tips as a 49-year-old former esthetician. For those people who've been asking for this, you know who you are. I filmed this just for you. And for those of you who are disappointed that this is not your regular content, don't worry, I will be back with more Jesus stuff. We're all multidimensional and I love Jesus, and I also am very passionate about skincare. If you're interested in learning a little bit more on how to care for your skin, then listen on. I think this is something that would be good for all of us, because guess what? We all got skin, right? If you're looking for magical products and all that kind of thing, this is not your video. I'm gonna preach. That's what I do, right? I'm gonna educate. I'm gonna tell you the stuff that you actually need to know. If you listen to these tips, your skin will improve. There's no way it won't, especially if you're doing the wrong things. A lot of people are seduced by getting a fancy product, by spending a lot of money on some exclusive product. That is just a marketing ploy to get you to buy stuff you probably don't need. I'm your friend, okay? I'm not gonna tell you that you need to buy something that you really don't need to buy. I'm gonna be real with you. I love skincare. I could go nuts in Sephora. I know the good skincare brands that I would buy if I had a lot of money, but I'm limited. So the skincare that I use is according to my budget. Is it something that I love that I would recommend to everybody? I don't know. It works for me and it works for my budget, which are two very important factors. A lot of people will go into debt, will put things on credit that they can't afford just because they're being seduced by marketing. I truly believe good skin is available for anyone at any budget. It's just figuring out what works for you. And that's the most important thing. The number one tip that I have for great skin is, this is going to surprise a lot of people, it's not your skincare. It's this. This little dirty thing called a makeup brush is a magnet for bacteria. When you use it on your face, you've got little skin flakes that come off. You're actually sticking it in a little cup on your vanity, and guess what? It's hanging out, catching all the stuff that is flying around your house, powder, dust mites. So this thing can get dirty really quickly. I recommend deep cleaning your brushes once a month. I know, that sucks, right? But I want you to think about, how often do you actually clean your brushes? Imagine if you were to do that with your teeth. And imagine you're using all this amazing skincare on your face and you are sticking a dirty, bacteria-filled, mite-filled brush on your face. That is undoing everything we're doing. It doesn't matter if you use that expensive cream and you have dirty makeup brushes. I recommend deep cleaning them with shampoo, putting a little conditioner on, letting them air dry. If you feel like you don't have time for that, what I recommend is buying a few brushes. Just have them on rotation. So let's say this gets dirty and you're like, I don't have time to clean it. Get a clean one and then put this in the rotation of things to clean. What I like to do is whenever I get sick or have a long weekend, I wash my makeup brushes then. Realistically, a lot of you are not going to be washing your brushes. Here's what I recommend for you. If you don't feel like you have time to wash your brushes deeply a lot, if you see that they're dirty, this is what I recommend. Using this, start removing what you can. Grab a little alcohol pad. Go in there deeply into the brush and coat it with the alcohol. See how dirty that is. Just go in there like that. This is what I consider dry cleaning. It's not as good as deep cleaning, but it's better than not cleaning at all. If you do this on a regular basis, you will notice your skin is gonna start clearing up. I don't recommend ever using foundation brushes. I think they're bacteria havens. I think it's much easier, much cleaner to use clean fingers. Think about this too. Bacteria grows in moisture. When your foundation brush is filled with moisture foundation and then dead skin cells, and you're pressing that into your beautiful pores, what do you think is gonna happen? I do not like foundation brushes. I never have and I never will, and I never recommend it for someone who enjoys having good skin. It's actually not a complicated thing to take care of your skin. Marketing ploys make it seem like you need to buy special products to have good skin, but what you actually need to do is just use your brain a little bit and think about bacteria on everything. Look at the world through the lens of bacteria, infection, then you will see things a little differently. I believe that less is more when when it comes to skin. I love products and I figure out what works for me. And then when I figure out what works for me, I stick with it until my skin changes or I feel like I need something else. I want you to understand that your skin is a barrier that can become compromised if we continually expose it to harsh chemicals and new products. We can get seduced. We've got to try this and got to try this. But what we're doing is we're actually destroying and breaking down our skin barrier. In my opinion, it's better to be gentle with your skin and be purposeful on the skincare that you choose to use. When you find something that works, stick with it and let your skin settle into that. I'm not a huge fan of sharing what works for me because what works for me might not work for you. It's like diet, right? We all have a different digestive system. What could irritate me could be okay for you. Skincare is so super specific. I just never feel comfortable about recommending specific products. I personally have dry skin with an oily T-zone. I treat my T-zone very differently than I treat the rest of my face. I want you to look at your skin like a map. When we look at a map, we don't just see everything is the same. Texas is not the same as California, right? Same thing with your skin. I've got Arizona right over here, right? Very dry. We've got Florida right over here, okay? If you start thinking about your skin in that context, you'll understand that you're gonna treat your skin differently on the different areas of your face, honoring what your skin is asking for. It's not just treating your whole face one way. There's patches of your face you're gonna be treating a little bit differently. Be smart and be purposeful with each area. But the 3 things that you need for great skin is clean implements, exfoliate your skin regularly, and you need to be using a mineral sunblock on the daily. Hang out, we've got some stuff to talk about. I'll give you more details. We're talking about clean implements, right? That's number 1. I've told you about the brushes. I also believe when you are washing your face, it's important to have a certain kind of brush. I used to have a Clarisonic to clean my skin. I never felt comfortable using it because I just knew that that brush was getting nasty and dirty. It's like every day I would have to put it in the dishwasher and get it clean. I never felt like it was clean enough. Then this invention came up. A silicone skin brush. You can get this on Amazon and I love, love, love it because it's antimicrobial. I don't know how long that property in the plastic lasts, but what I love about this is that you can literally clean this with a toothbrush and soap. I just go in with a toothbrush, soap it up, put alcohol on it, clean it once a week, and it's great. I highly recommend using anything with something like this. It doesn't have to be the expensive brand. Oreo makes their version of this. I got this on Amazon for maybe like 20 bucks. I've been using this for 4 years now, and I just love it. What are exfoliators? Exfoliators take off the dead layers of skin. Your skin starts to feel rough if you're not exfoliating, and there's nothing better than just taking off that dead layer so all the skincare ingredients that you put into your skin actually absorb. So it's a huge important step if you're spending money on good serums. There are 2 types of exfoliators. Number 1 is physical, and number 2 is chemical. Some examples of a physical exfoliator are this brush here. It's very hard. When you put it in water and you soften it up, it is a wonderful exfoliator, and you can use this for a very long time. You can also sterilize it, which is huge. Once a week, put this in boiling hot water, pull it out, and you will just see in that cup all the dead skin cells and all the nasty will be in the water. You will see by just cleaning this how important it is to keep your brushes clean. This is a Japanese skincare sponge, and I highly recommend it. It's very wonderful. Thank you to my friend Melissa who turned me on to this. This is another exfoliator. This is a salicylic acid skin scrub. What I love about it is it's made with tea tree oil. There's nothing too bad in this. It's a pretty clean product. I use this in my T-zone. Like I said, I'm treating this area differently than I'm treating this area and this area. I use this in my T-zone, and it really helps keep my pores clean. I don't use this on the rest of my face because I have dry skin. This is what I'm talking about. It's really about you creating a custom skincare routine for every area that is bothering you. This is another example of a physical exfoliator. It's an enzyme powder, and this one actually has papaya enzyme. They have other ones made with rice and all different kinds of natural products. I love this product. It's a Korean brand. You just put it on your wrist, and then you just make a little paste out of it and spread it on your face, and you can just feel it eating away at your dead skin cells and just taking off your makeup. I love to use this as well. What are chemical exfoliators? So glad you asked. A lot of you already know about chemical exfoliators. I believe that they're getting so popular. People are using them too often. I've backed up even myself from using them as often because I'm getting older and I don't want to destroy my skin barrier. I know how precious it is. I just want to do what I need to do and not anymore. This is an exfoliant toner. So I use this on my T-zone area maybe a couple times a week. This is a mask. A lot of people are using this one. You just put on your skin for however long that you want. If you want to have a deeper peel, you put it on for 10 minutes. If you want to have a lighter peel, you put it on for 2 minutes. I just go with whatever my skin is telling me, and a lot of times I don't use this on my full face. I'll just use it on my oily parts or any areas that I feel like need to have a little more exfoliation. This is a lactic acid. I rotate acids, so I use mandelic acid, I use lactic acid, I use salicylic acid, I use retinols. I rotate my acids, so my skin never gets used to one thing. I love this brand because it is very affordable, and if you want to try different things and see what works for you, there's a lot of options that are very inexpensive. So as soon as I wash my face, I tone it with something like this, and then I put vitamin C. Then I use other antioxidants. This is the Ordinary brand of vitamin C. This is Dr. Gross. Here's my philosophy on skincare. If I'm gonna go and spend a lot of money on something, I will not spend a lot of money on something that I'm gonna wash off, cleansers or toners, but I will invest in a good serum. So if I'm able to afford it, I would buy something like this. This is a great vitamin C serum. If I'm not able to afford it, I will buy this one. It's still a great serum. I just think the other one's a little bit better. You've got options. If I'm going to recommend someone to invest in their skin, I always say get a great serum. I'm all about putting the most bang for your buck in where you're gonna see it. That would be in your serums. You know why this works this way? Because the serums are the thinnest, most deeply penetrated of all your skincare. If you are deciding whether you want to buy a fancy moisturizer or a fancy serum, go for the serum. That's gonna go deeper into your skin and actually do a lot more than a moisturizer will. These are other antioxidant products. One of them is resveratrol and the other one is phyconazole. I don't know. Now we're gonna get into my favorite portion, which is sunblock. I love sunblock and I love Jesus, and everybody who knows me knows that. There's a reason why I love it. When I went to skin school, that's what I wrote my final paper on. It was on wrinkle prevention. I believe an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you never get a wrinkle in the first place, then you don't have to worry about wrinkles, right? Sunblock is one of the most powerful ways to stop a wrinkle from even starting. I think it's more powerful than even Botox. What I love about sunblock is it protects your skin on a deep level. When our skin is exposed to the sun, it not only puts brown spots that we see on the outside, but what it does is it dehydrates your skin layer. It actually pulls out the moisture in your skin. The skin begins to flatten. Once the skin begins to flatten, those fibers of collagen are broken down from the sun. You cannot fix those fibers again. The important thing to remember is your collagen structure in your skin is super important because it helps your skin stay thick, which is what we want. We don't want to have thin skin, which is why I don't recommend using a lot of harsh products, because what you're doing is you're actually making that skin thinner and thinner. We want to keep that buoyancy, that thick, watery, bouncy, juicy look to our skin. When we use sunblock, we're protecting it from the sun's rays, which are very dehydrating. They pull the moisture out of our skin. We can feel it because our skin feels tight and itchy when we're in the sun. That's a sign that you are dehydrated, that you need to put more sunblock on. What I love about sunblock is what it does to your collagen on a deeper level. And I would just have you guys just Google it, look into it. I don't want to explain all of this right here, right now. If you're going to use a sunblock, make sure you read the ingredients. I want you to understand the difference between a sunblock and a sunscreen. Think about a screen, right? A screen is like this. There's still little pockets and holes where the sun can go through. But if you're wearing a sunblock, you are actually blocking the sun from hitting your face. That's what zinc does. It's called a physical blocker. When you go out into the sun and you have a zinc sunblock on, you're actually blocking the sun from even seeing your skin. It's very important to look for a sunblock that has a high zinc content. This is just one of my favorites. It's got 20%. It doesn't make me break out. It might make you break out, which is why I always recommend finding what works for you. This one works good for me, so I stick with it. It's not that expensive. I just use it on my face. A thicker sunblock that I use for my body, I use that on my neck all the way down to my chest. That's the area that is the most delicate. That and your eyes. Always cover that. I want you to think about sunblock as clothing for your skin. Another thing that I love is this sunblock. This is just a tinted sunblock. I mix it in with my moisturizer, any foundation. This has got SPF 50, 20% zinc oxide. I also use a sunblock powder. To me, it's more important for my skin to be protected than it is for me to use the most ultimate best makeup, because for me, good skin is better than good makeup. I'm always going to choose whatever is best for my skin. One of the reasons why I hesitated making this video is because it's not sexy. It's not interesting. It's not viral. Nothing I'm sharing with you is so amazingly interesting. It's just what works. It's not flashy, and that's the problem. People want the latest, hottest, greatest thing. They want to believe in the magic pill, the magic product. Really, what good skincare is, it's taking care of your skin, listening to what your skin is actually telling you in the moment, and then not overdoing it. Just chilling, letting it chill. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses and try everything because your best friend is doing it or this person recommended it. So I do have a couple other implements that I really love. These are just extras, something you don't need to get, but if you do get it, I feel like they're worth the investment. This tool I absolutely love. It's an at-home microdermabrasion machine. What I love about this, it's about $150. If you were to go to a spa and get a microdermabrasion treatment, you would pay about $150 for the treatment and for the tip. That's one time. I am a huge believer in at-home beauty treatments. I use it once a week. I just use it in my T-zone area because it is a suction device and I don't want to be suctioning up my skin and pulling and yanking on my skin. My skin is pretty dense in this area, and that's the only area that I use it on because that's the only area I need it. I want to be gentle with my skin. It is amazing, great for keeping the texture down. It's great for keeping your skin rejuvenated and exfoliated. This is an exfoliation device. And I recommend what John got me for Christmas because what better gift than a red light? I love this thing. I don't necessarily use it every week. When I am relaxing and watching a movie, you can guarantee that I will be having these PJs on and wearing this red mask. I'm not psychotic about it. I just want to live in balance. This world has us in a swirl that we need to do the latest and the greatest and the best and the most. And the older you get, the more you realize there's more to life. Oh, and another thing that I highly recommend is looking like a dork when you go out. Yes, I said it. I wear hats and sunglasses all the time. If you see me driving, I will have a driving scarf on and I will have driving gloves on. Why? Because I live in Southern California. Our hands show our age, our neck shows our age. It's good when you're out to always think of sun protection. My favorite accessory in the whole world is sunglasses. I love cute sunglasses. They upgrade your outfit and they protect that sensitive skin around your eyes, so I'm always wearing sunglasses and I recommend it to all my friends. You look cute, you're protected. I'm a huge believer in wearing physical protection. That is my skincare rant and preach. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure half of you just dwindled down because it was so boring, right? All about making good choices. That's not what we want to do. We want it easy. We want to take a pill. We want that magic product. It's about making good choices over time. Nobody likes that feeling of regret. Do what you can to prevent a problem from happening in the first place. Take care of your skin. You're going to have this skin for the rest of your life. It is the coat that you wear until you die. Don't get obsessed with it. Don't worship it, but don't ignore it and neglect it because when you do, it will show. Take care and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.